Hello, Gemini. Welcome to Dove and Serpent Tarot. My name is Paul. If Gemini is your sun, moon, or rising sign, this is your tarot card reading. Remember to hit the like button, leave a comment, consider subscribing to the channel, especially if this reading resonates with you. If there is anything you would like me to pray over, or meditate upon, or send positive energy toward, please let me know. Now, this is going to be a general reading for August 2024, so try to be open and receptive to whatever may come through during our time together. I am merely the messenger, and I ask you to connect directly with each of these cards. Use your own intuition to take you beyond the details that I might provide. And remember, Gemini, that the most important part of any tarot reading is you. And a 5 of Cups. So, you're somebody with, I feel like usually you're pretty even. Your emotional energy is usually pretty steady, you know? I don't feel like you're prone to emotional reactions. I don't feel as if you are really, I don't feel like you're really swayed by other people's emotions either. You know, if somebody's appealing to your emotions, I don't feel as if you are kind of convinced to change your mind about things with that, right? I feel as if you really, usually anyway, you have almost a stoic nature about you. But lately it seems as if there's been more emotionality, that we've been more sensitive lately, right? And it might be the time of year, maybe. It feels like maybe, you know, August, September is a significant time for you. I don't know if there's some special anniversary or some kind of special memory that always kind of comes up around that time of the year. But I feel like you've been a little bit more sensitive lately, okay? And the key here is to try not to identify with these emotions that are coming in. These negative emotions, these waves of feeling, right? They splash on us. We've got to let them wash back away too. It doesn't mean that we're not going to feel our emotions, but we don't want to cling to those, okay? Because the emotions are going to fluctuate, and I don't know, again, I don't know yet what's going on or why, but don't hold on to them. Allow them to come, feel them, honor them, acknowledge them. You know, I feel you, and then let them pass again, okay? Because I feel like this is kind of temporary. And anytime we get a 5, it implies the need for a 4. So I feel like we're in a very sensitive place right now, but that's going to stabilize. Okay? You're usually a very cheerful person. I feel that you're really, you're very talkative, you're very energetic. You love sharing ideas with people. You know, I feel like right now we're kind of out of that communication, out of that intellectual kind of arena, and we're just kind of feeling things more. Okay, maybe this is really a card that's talking about how you really need to express your feelings somewhere. Okay, because maybe these waves come and you do kind of hold on to them rather than letting them go back out again. Maybe we need some sort of a way, a medium, right, to express these emotions in order to let them go. Maybe there's a feeling that you've been holding on to that you need to let go of, that you need to let out. Maybe you're holding on to feelings towards someone, and we're not sure what to do with those. Let's see. Let's look at a few more cards. We've got our 5 of Cups. We've got our, High Priestess. The High Priestess is saying that there's something going on underneath the surface here. There's something emotional going on. There's some sort of a secret, right? It's kind of, this is sometimes a card that says that there's something not being said. There's something not being talked about, okay? But I feel as if whoever you need to talk to, whoever you have these feelings for and you want to express them, they're going to be receptive to it. You may not feel as if they're going to really acknowledge you, or if they're not going to be open to it, or maybe that they're going to react in a certain way. They're going to be okay hearing it, okay? And I don't know if these are emotions of like love and attraction, or if it's emotions of kind of rejection, you know. But they're going to receive it well, Okay, they're kind of open to. This is the card of the widening psychic aperture. This is the waxing moon, the high priestess. Okay, so it's kind of saying that this person that you need to talk to, or that you have some feeling for, and I don't know, again, I don't know if it's a pleasant or an unpleasant feeling. That person is going to understand you a lot better than you think they will. Okay, it feels like this is the time where they are going to be the most receptive to kind of hearing what you have to say to them, right? But again, it doesn't feel like an intellectual thing. It feels like you need to share a feeling, that there's some feeling you're holding on to that you really need to free yourself from it by letting them know. Okay, so let's see what might be going on underneath the surface here. Got a Knight of Wands here. This is very impulsive energy. When we look at these two cards together, it's kind of this, we get hit with a wave of emotion, and then the Knight of Wands kind of wants to just react immediately. Okay, so this is really sort of a kind of a dangerous combination. Right? We don't want to just be so moved by a feeling that we do something sort of rash, something that we might, kind of regret later. So we don't let things go from that feeling directly to behavior. We don't want to get carried away by the horse here, by the impulse of something, by this feeling of something. So in this sense, the High Priestess is saying, we're kind of, we're waiting for the right time. We're waiting for the ideal conditions. We're kind of waiting for the divine guidance. We want to be guided by the High Priestess and by Spirit, not be led into whatever kind of action or behavior by the feeling itself, right? So this feeling is there, and I feel like you've been holding back the impulse to act on that feeling. Okay, for better or for worse, whether it's a pleasant or an unpleasant feeling. I mean, by the looks of it, a Five of Cups, it's usually an unpleasant feeling. I think you've really got something that you need to say to somebody that you don't anticipate them really liking it, all right? But you've been holding yourself back because, again, you don't want to be impulsive. Here's more impulsivity. This is now, in the past position, the Princess of Wands. Now, I feel that maybe this is a situation that you got into too quickly, because this is kind of being impulsive too, right? Because this is earth and fire. This is kind of like we get excited by something and immediately we go and do it. We feel that enthusiasm, and then before we know it, we're signed up. In the heat of the moment, somehow I ended up signing up for skydiving, right? And it's like, oh no, what did I do? Or the carry in the heat of the moment there, you put your name on the list to sing karaoke, and it's like, no, I'm not doing it. I've done it maybe one time, maybe twice actually. But the point here is that we get kind of caught up in the passion of the moment, and we maybe get ourselves into a situation that later on we kind of start to have different feelings about. Okay, this could be getting involved in a relationship. It could be a romantic thing. It could be really impulsively joining a group, or accepting a job, or taking on some sort of task or responsibility. Okay? And I feel that now you're trying to navigate these feelings that you have about the situation and try to really open yourself up to the guidance of, okay, what do I do here? Do I have to see it through? Is it better to just kind of, with the Knight of Wands here, to just kind of rip it off like a Band-Aid? It may hurt at first, but it's kind of better than letting it linger, right? It's better to kind of to express yourself now than to let something fester. Yeah. Let's see what's up above everything here. Another court card, another princess. Now it's a Princess of Cups. So this is, again, this is water to earth. This is kind of taking your emotion and and allowing it to influence your behavior. Okay, and so we've got all these kind of mixed impulses. We got the fire, we have the princess of fire and the princess of water. So it's kind of like we know what impulsivity can lead to, but then it's almost like we kind of think that it's the impulsivity now that's going to get us out of this. That we don't want to hesitate and linger and wait around too much. We can't just keep this secret inside, but we don't know exactly what to do to kind of to get us out of the situation or to somehow settle things down. We have a 5, we want to get to a 4. A 6 would be even better, but at least if we could fall back to a 4, I think that would be okay. For some reason there's a connection with cinnamon in you. I don't know what the cinnamon connection is, if that's something that sometimes these random details come up, and I feel like they're just validations of the energy that we're in and offering some sort of synchronicity or confirmation to some of you. And if that's not for you, just leave it for the next person. But I'm getting an indication of cinnamon for someone. I don't know what that's about exactly, but let's look in the future position. Okay, let's see what... Wheel of Fortune. Very nice. The Wheel of Fortune is kind of the card of divine timing. Okay, it is really it's the card that says things are improving, things are going to get better. We're looking forward to this life of prosperity. We're looking forward to following our destiny. We're looking forward to being on our path and walking our path and really just making progress, expanding our life, and discovering all the things that are meant for us, and living the thing. But I feel like in that 5 of Cups, you're kind of in this turmoil where it almost feels like we're not living out our destiny. And I think that's really what the feeling is. It's not so much the feeling of, I don't like this anymore, but it's the feeling of, oh my gosh, this is not my path. That somehow the wheel of destiny has stopped while we're in this situation, and we've got to figure out what to do to get the wheel going again. Okay? But this is an interesting card because it implies that there really, if this is fate, this is destiny, there are no accidents. Okay? So I feel like you're in this situation for a reason, in order to perhaps learn something about yourself, to overcome some sort of a pattern of behavior or some sort of obstacle within yourself. But it's part of the path, okay? And your destiny is still unfolding, and this is what you are looking at. And of course the High Priestess is pointing you directly toward your destiny. Okay, so in this case, let's not really listen to the emotions. Let's not listen to the frustration or the kind of sadness. Let's listen to the intuition. Let's listen to spirit. Okay, let's listen to spirit. All right. I see there's sunflowers around you. You either have a picture or a painting, or maybe it's an outfit or something with sunflowers on it. Right. Let's select the mystery card, bonus card, confirmation card. This is a random card from the Smith-Waite Tarot. This is the factor infinite and unknown. We're just going to set it down right over here and put Tiny Bob Ross right on top. We're not going to look at that card until the very end, but it will tie everything together, and it will give us the confirmation that we need at the end of the reading. All right. If you have a prediction for that card, drop it down in the comments. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, please do. It is totally free, doesn't cost anything, and it really does support the channel. Okay. Also, small announcement, I finally have set up an official Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. Beware of the scammers out there, okay? The links are down in the video description. If you want to find me on those other social media platforms, you have to use the links down there, okay? Anything else might be a scam. There's people getting scammed out of money. It really is a terrible thing. These scammers are using my picture, my name, and taking money from people, and I absolutely hate it. And I'm working with Facebook to try to get those accounts taken down. But you take them down, new ones pop right back up. So now I'm doing the official page. It'll be verified. You'll know it's me. Don't follow or interact with anybody else, okay? Follow the links down in the description. Anyway, I care about you. I want to keep everybody safe. You know, that's a priority here. Let's look at the general energy now in the path of the serpent. Another court card. It's really, it feels as if there are a few different paths and we don't know which one to take. Yeah. And so it kind of feels like the Five of Cups is just like you don't know whether you should stay or go or do both or go up or down or like which direction we're supposed to take right now. The High Priestess is showing you which direction to take in order to stay on the wheel of your destiny and achieve this success that you're after. So with the Princess of Pentacles, Wands, and Cups, it feels like there are different aspects of this, okay? It could be, for instance, that, you know, this situation you're in is very good financially, and maybe it's very good in terms of the passion of the thing, but there's not really a lot of deeper spiritual experience. There's not a lot of love. There's not a lot of perhaps creativity. Perhaps you're getting some mixed, synchronicities and signs and symbols and things, dream information that's coming through that is kind of contradicting some of the other things, okay? It could be the other way around. It could be that this is something that really feels good emotionally, but there's no practical sense to it, and it doesn't really do anything for you in terms of, you know, the passion or the kind of, the fire of the thing. So I feel like we have these three for a good reason, right? And there's a lot of court cards here today. It's kind of as if, now the only thing we need now is, of course, the Princess of Swords. But I wonder if these are kind of the three things that matter to you, right? And this could be a situation that has maybe one or two, but not all of them. Okay? The Princess of Pentacles, as your general energy, is kind of where you are right now. I feel like you're in a situation that's very practical. Maybe you're in a job that really is paying you a lot. What you really want is a job that's got this magical, mystical, creative, spiritual kind of element to it, right? Maybe you want something that feels as if, you know, you're having this, living a spiritual life, that you're living your dream, that you are, you know, pursuing those things that really matter to you deep, deep down. Whereas this is kind of surface, you know, this is important too. This could be a physical compatibility, but there's nothing deeper. The physical compatibility or the financial aspect of the job is very important. But I feel like this is what you have right now, but this is the missing piece. Okay? Oh, now look at that. Now in the environment, we've got a nice flow here. Going forward, we've got the High Priestess, we've got Wheel of Fortune, we've got, of course, the Eon, Judgment, Rebirth, Reawakening, the Baptism by Fire, right? And this is fire. So it could be that this impulsivity, the way that you got yourself into this situation is really meant to be. There are no accidents here, right? This wasn't a mistake. This is something that you did in order to perhaps realize what is important to you or how to have both of these aspects in your life, whether this is a romantic relationship or a family situation, or whether this is a work thing, right? A career kind of, situation. This is the necessary path in order for you to level up your life and to proceed into this future and be reborn into this future that perhaps is going to be a combination of both of these, right? Maybe what we'll get here for the next card is going to be the maybe the Queen of Pentacles. Okay, maybe the Queen of Pentacles. Well, let's see. What is the obstacle? Yeah, Three of Swords is related to the Queen energy in a way because of the Saturn influence here. The Three of Swords is the memories, for one thing, right? It's the way we kind of live in our head about things. And it's quite intimately tied with our feelings. It's air energy, but it really is about us invoking the feeling again and sort of reliving a painful emotional experience. There's a possibility that this Five of Cups that you're feeling now is not even about the present situation. It could be that what you're feeling now is based on something that happened a long time ago. Okay? Because the Three of Swords, of course, that's the memory. This is something that happened in the past that we are reliving in the moment, and we're feeling all these feelings right now. Okay? So it could be perhaps some sort of a regret about a past situation that we were in. It could be that the present situation is just kind of reminding us of something in the past, or that we fear that it's kind of the same thing repeating itself, right? And that's the idea that, we kind of feel like, oh, shit, I've made a mistake, right? That we got into the present situation, whatever it might be. Whatever the reality of it is, I don't know. But it could be that we're in this situation now and we think, oh no, it's exactly like the last one. I've made a mistake again. I've repeated the same sort of pattern, right? But it might not be exactly what we see. Okay? Maybe the high priestess here is saying that, look, you've got to open your third eye, your psychic lunar aperture, and see that this situation is not a repeat of the last one. Okay? That this is not an accident, that this is not taking you away from your destiny, but it's leading you toward your destiny. It's leading you toward your future and the rest of your life. It's leading you toward the unification of your earth and your water, your physical human life and your internal kind of spiritual, creative, emotional life, right? So maybe this is not what it seems on the surface. But the Three of Swords is saying that there is something from your past that is still affecting you now. It's affecting your relationship with this present situation, whether this is a relationship, a person, or if it's a relationship with your job or your career or your current life choices. There's something from your past that's affecting how you feel about the now. Okay? Let's see what the outcome card is here. Oh, look at that. A 6 of Pentacles. Now, the Six of Pentacles, of course, is a kind of a beauty and a harmony in the physical environment. Okay? But it's not just earth energy. Okay? It's not just earth energy. It's the moon in Taurus, right? So it's not just about the wealth, or the finances, or the physical compatibility. I think it's the realization, one, that there is a shining light at the end of this tunnel. This is kind of now the real beauty that you're seeing around you, whereas before we kind of had, remember I said with the 5, if we go to a 4, we'd be okay, because then at least our emotions are settled. But I said a 6 would be ideal. Well, we've got a 6. That's a 6 of Pentacles. But we know that the Pentacles are the vessel for all of the other elements, right? So what you're doing here is you're realizing that the life around you does indeed contain all of your hopes and dreams and wishes and aspirations and feelings and that creative spiritual energy that you are wishing for to have in your life. So this is perhaps a new appreciation for where you are in life and the realization that this was not a mistake, that this is part of your destiny, and that continuing down this path is going to lead you to your future. And we're getting closer to the light at the end of this tunnel. And that light, I think, is really that deeper appreciation of where you are and what you bring to the table. See, this is material success. This is a situation where everything is in perfect alignment, right? Where everybody kind of brings something to the table. This is this is like the potluck. Everybody brings a dish over, right? And everybody sits at the table and everybody's got the food that they brought, right? That's the physical part of it. But what that generates is that family meal, right? It generates all that love, all that joy in the room of people bringing something and sharing it with everybody else, So it really does feel as if this is an outcome that does contain those other elements that you really want it to. Again, I think there's something from your past that's holding you back from realizing the potential in your current situation. Now, maybe you say, well, yeah, it's not perfect now, But I think it's headed in that direction, especially with the types of major arcana that we have. We've got to take this Five of Cups and we've got to allow it to kind of grow into a 6 and see that the world around you does contain all of the elements that you need to have this really happy and emotionally fulfilled life. Now, I wonder what the mystery card's going to be. Maybe we're going to get, well, I'm hoping for more water energy anyway. I feel as if there's somebody much younger than you. I'm getting an energy that's like, that's younger than you. Feels like they're kind of, I don't know if they're a child, or if they're a sibling, but somebody younger, right? And I don't know if they've passed or if you don't speak with them anymore, because I feel there's a distance between you and this younger person. I don't know, it almost feels like a younger brother or something, right? I think a C or a K name for that person. They feel younger. And I feel as if I feel that's part of that Three of Swords. There's something there in your history with that younger person. Okay? That might be something to think about. Okay? To ask yourself if there's something more there that needs, that needs a conversation or needs some kind of a resolution. Okay. I did say at the beginning of the reading that it feels like you have these feelings and you need to tell the person that you feel that way. Okay. Maybe that has something to do with this. Maybe this is really about creating the kind of the harmony and alignment in our life that we really want. Maybe this is about expressing your needs. Maybe this is, calling that person, telling them how you feel, and having this experience. Yeah, to try to put these pentacles into that alignment that will allow you to have that deeper emotional, spiritual, magical experience, right? But you might be the one that has to kind of try to organize the family potluck, So in other words, if these are feelings that you have towards somebody, even if it's a feeling that you miss them, right? Or something, or that you're mad at them, or whatever it is, it kind of is saying that you've got to reach out and express yourself to them in order to get this Six of Pentacles, get everything back into alignment, this perfect, beautiful harmony. Because there is light there. Okay? I feel like it's that younger person. I don't know if it's a sibling, maybe it's just a romantic partner, but I feel like they're a little bit younger than you. Okay? Anyway, let's look at the mystery card. Let's see. Of course, I want more water energy. That's what we want. Water, water, water. If you have a prediction, though, put it down in the comments. Let's just take a look. 4 Pentacles. See, we went from a 5, and we got a 4 and a 4. I mean, we got a 5, 6, and we've got the 4 there. Okay. There's kind of a stubbornness right now. It kind of feels as if there's a stalemate. It's kind of like you don't want to budge, they don't want to budge either. And the 4 is kind of saying that, we put ourselves out there, and like I said, if this is another person that you've got in mind right now, and you reach out to them, there's inherent risk there. So it's kind of the feeling as if I'm just going to try to forget about it and keep it to myself, like this 4 of Pentacles, because that's the safest bet. Yeah, the 6 of Pentacles seems really, really nice. But what are the chances? What are the odds that's going to actually manifest? Okay, so the feeling that you have is kind of like, which way do you roll? Do you go forward, take the risk, create the 6? Or do you fall back and just kind of, push it down beneath the surface and get to the 4? Well, I feel like we know what Spirit is showing us with the High Priestess into the Wheel of Fortune, into the Eon card. The Eon card is that fiery doorway. It's a process that's going to force you to kind of make a decision, to leave some things behind, to kind of to drop anything that you're clinging to that is not conducive to the future that you want. So it might be just saying, hey, you've got to sometimes just drop the thing and take the risk. Okay? Very interesting that we have a 4 because that's a stubborn energy. It's kind of like, it's an energy that's saying, I'm not going to do it because it's safer here. I know what's here. This is familiar. I'm not going to go out there and try because maybe it's not going to work. And in this sense, I feel like this is you not picking up the phone and calling that person and telling them how you feel. Okay? But no risk, no reward. All right. Anyway, we're going to do an extended reading. If you want to stick around, there's a link up top. There's one down below. New readings for Gemini, Mondays. Bonus readings on Fridays. All right. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. It is totally free. It does not cost anything. Leave a comment and let me know where in the world you're watching from. I want you to know that you're the most important part of Dove and Serpent Tarot. I thank you and I love you. And we're all in this together.